Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. In order to get through all the legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set, 160 of them counting the commander decks, we're gonna have to cheat, so I hope you'll bear with me. Today's deck is led by Lightning Army of One, but features several other legendary creatures from her color identity. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Lightning Army of One is a 3-mana 3/2 legendary human soldier with First Strike, Trample, and Lifelink. Her Stagger ability makes it so that whenever she deals combat damage to a player, until our next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead. Okay, so obviously we want to give Lightning Double Strike because the only thing better than double damage is ×4 damage. Here's where things can get nasty, and if you wanted to build a Lightning deck with this in mind, please do so. If she has Double Strike and you have one additional combat, assuming she's unblocked, she kills a player before the 4th strike lands. Let me prove it to you with math. Her first hit deals 3 damage, the second hit deals 6. Then we go to our second combat phase. The first strike of the second combat deals 12. 3 plus 6 plus 12 is 21. So our opponent is dead and we never got to finish hitting them. Now, that is a totally valid way to build her, and I encourage you to do so if you want a stronger deck. But that's not what we're going for here today. Rather, we're trying to get through all 160 legendary creatures before the end of the year. You see, almost all the legendary creatures from this set that are either Boros, red, or white have something to do with equipment. So, rather than build 3 basically identical mono white decks or 5 mono red decks, I figured we could just toss them all in together and call it good. So, this will be a legendary creature equipment deck. We're not designed to kill a player in a single turn, and we don't have any extra combat tricks in the deck. Oh, and for people who were looking forward to a bit of lore, I apologize. I never played Final Fantasy XIII. Now, this isn't a budget deck, but almost all of the expensive cards in this deck are staples. In fact, the land base is over half the budget. But good lands are worth investing in because you can always move them to another deck if you want. Before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders, solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful black one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we've got Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Arid Mesa, Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, Wooded Foothills, Flooded Strand, Sacred Foundry, Spectator Seating, Sundown Pass, Clifftop Retreat, Elegant Parlor, Alpine Meadow, Sacred Peaks, Sunbillow Verge, Sunscorched Divide, Rugged Prairie, Battlefield Forge, Needle Verge Pathway, Fury Calm Snarl, Boros Garrison, Rogue's Passage, Sunhome Fortress of the Legion, Arena of Glory, Sunslayer's Stronghold, Minas Tirith, Ishgard the Holy Sea, Scavenger Grounds, 5 Mountains, and 4 Plains. Like I said, not budget, but good lands are usually worth the expense. Our mana ramp package consists of Sid Free Flyer Pilot, Explorer's Scope, Freya Crescent, Sword of the Animist, Soul Ring, Arcade Signet, Talisman of Conviction, Boros Signet, Fire Diamond, Marble Diamond, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, and Sword of Hearth and Home. A few thematic pieces, but mostly staples. For card advantage, we've got Buster Sword, Cloud Midgar Mercenary, Gilgamesh Master-at-Arms, Giot King of the Dwarves, Mask of Memory, Pure Steel Paladin, Unfinished Business, Weapons Vendor, Stoneforge Mystic, Big Score, and Demand Answers. Again, a mix of thematic and staples, as it should be. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Judgment Bolt, Boros Charm, a Braid, Restoration Magic, Chaos Warp, Generous Gift, Untimely Malfunction, Reprieve, Ultimate Magic Holy, Dispatch, and Swords to Plowshares. Lots of ways to keep our opponents in line. For board wipes, we've got Blasphemous Act, Farewell, and Taunt from the Rampart. I know Taunt from the Rampart isn't exactly a board wipe, but it ensures our opponent's creatures are tapped down so we can swing out again next turn. The core of our deck consists of Adalbert Steiner, Barrett Wallace, Armory Automaton, Beatrix Loyal General, Cloud Planet's Champion, Firion Wild Rose Warrior, Helitrooper, Raban Bull of Alamigo, Yuffie Materia Hunter, and Zack Fair. Wanted to include all the legendary creatures from Final Fantasy who cared about equipment. Speaking of equipment, we've got Champion's Helm, Colossus Hammer, Conqueror's Flail, Crystal Fragments, Dancer's Chakrams, Excalibur 2, Genji Glove, Hero's Blade, Hero's Heirloom, Machinist's Arsenal, SideQuest Play Blitzball, Swiftfoot Boots, Trailblazer's Boots, and Wrecking Ball Arm. Lots of ways to enhance our creatures and smash face. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 11 pieces of card advantage. 11 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds and Farewell. 1 sudden I win card in Taunt from the Rampart. As you can see, we're a go-wide deck that focuses on having Lightning get in and smash face. The key card we want for her is Trailblazer's Boots, because everyone and their uncle plays at least some non-basics. Cue people in the comments talking about how they only ever run basic lands. And we have a couple of ways to tutor for it. Because if we swing out with Lightning and deal first strike damage with her, that means when all the rest of our creatures come in and hit our opponent, all that damage is doubled. Delicious. Are you building a Lightning army of 1 commander deck? What about a deck led by one of the other legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Nanan. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Naswin Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Ernesto Midge, and Captain Hammer. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.